today our topic is optimize cash flow, ways to increase on-time payment and decrease delinquency payments. So that is important for every school. So within this series, we're gonna have 4 webinars. As you could see, today we're gonna talk about the first webinar. Each webinar will be 30 minutes with question and answer at the end. So today we're gonna talk about 6 ways to increase on-time payment. And thereafter, we have 3 more webinars. And the second one would be benefits of payment plans and ways to increase student adoption. Number 3, strategies for dealing with overdue payments. This is something that everybody experiences, and let's, we as a group, let's deal with it and let's reduce the overdue accounts. Number 4, which is very important this day's age, which is best secure practice, best security practice for all of us. So let's talk about part 1. So today we're going to talk about 6 ways to increase on-time payments. All right, so what are we going to talk about today is, let's see who CompuWerx is. Common problems faced by schools, 6 ways that is very easy to implement to increase on-time payment. How could CompuWerx help in this? And last, we're gonna talk about question and answer. So if you have any questions, jot them down so you could ask me at the end of the presentation. Okay, who is CompuWerx? We have been helping schools since 2008. We empower all schools with the most secure, efficient, and effective way to bill, collect, and manage tuition fee payments. We help schools reduce delinquency and increase on-time payment. Our goal for our schools are increase enrollment, retention, and profit. Currently, we have over 30,000 delight customers trust CompuWerx tuition pay solutions on a daily basis. As you know, we are preferred vendor of Paul Mitchell School. We are very glad working with many of Paul Mitchell School currently, and we are very glad you are part of CompuWerx family. We are also a proud member of AACS. Okay, what are the problems all schools facing currently, especially with collecting tuition and fees? Cash flow. So basically overdue accounts that affects cash flow tremendously. Overdue accounts that consumes a lot of resources and time and for any school. Research has shown that on average, there are 14.4% of students has past due on their tuition. That results over $125,000 in additional administration cost and school. What would be a possible solution? So one of the possible solution is increase the cash flow, shorten the time that the money will be available to school. So which means that once you collect the collected tuition fee payments should be immediately available for school to use. The second problem, enrollment and retention. We all know raising tuition and associated fees, it doesn't help. That decrease the enrollment and also cause students to drop out before the graduation time. So what would be a possible solution to increase enrollment and retention? So we have few. One is provide various payment plans. So at beginning of the school year, I would recommend for everybody to set everybody up into a payment plan so that they could manage the tuition on month-to-month basis. Offering tuition finance to your students while they're going to school, they could start paying down their debt. Offering multiple payment options. So give a student a flexibility to pay with various payment options. Offer flexibilities and convenience payment options for students. So basically that provide them with online access that they will be able to make a payment through your school website. Those are the things could be a possible solution for increased enrollment and retention for your school. Okay, let's talk about how could we increase on-time payments. That would be a win-win situation for both of your students and also your school. First, student-first culture. We want to talk to your student and the family that the school is on the same team as them. The student wants to have a good education, and also the school wants to provide a qualified education, quality education without any interruption. So the question you want to ask your students and family is, how could we help you to pay your bill on time so you could continue with your classes? Make it easy for your student to access their account information and billing dates, and provide the details on how to approach potential late payments, the contact information, make it accessible for them. Also, establish a 24/7 account access. Include, allow your students and family have the ability to pay online. We have found that this is essential to collect your tuition on time, providing them a portal that the student could pay online themselves at any time. Mobile first. We all know our mobile phone are very important in our lives. We really can't live without them. Study has shown that over 50% of all web browsing done through mobile device. I know my daughter, right? Every time I ask her a question and she doesn't know the answer, she would pick up her phone and try to find the answer within a couple of minutes for me, right on her phone. And when she does her banking, she log in through her phone. So she used her phone for everything. So that just tells you that students these days, that they use their phone and they don't use everything else, other things. So we wanted to make sure that our websites and our student account and billing payment systems are mobile friendly. So be easy for your student to access the billing information and also be able to pay at their fingertips. Number 2, be communicative. Communicate to your student about the payment policies options clearly at beginning of the program. So college experience success in collecting tuition or eliminate past due bills, they have a clear and robust student financial responsibility agreements. And at beginning of the school year, they would let the students sign the form, the agreement. So they agree this is what they need to do according to the agreement. So they understand at beginning. Those agreements and policy outlines the students' responsibilities for both the students and the college. And the school needs to help your student to understand the cost of their education and financial responsibilities. How could we do that? So there are quite a few ways to do that. We want to post the financial responsibility agreement online. We want to communicate with them any way we can. When we send them an invoice, when we send them an e-statement, we want to post that policy regarding the billing, late payments, and contact information right on the statement. Any letter or documentation we sent to the student, let's put it on there too. So whatever documents your student sees, they could see the policies very clearly on any statement they receive. The student must know delinquency payment will result in being dropping in classes or other repercussions such as turnover to collection agency. For example, at end of the semester, that for the colleges could put on hold on students with outstanding balances that they can't register for any classes the coming semester or coming term, or they will not be able to receive any transcripts. Make it clear at beginning of the program so they will know what to do and how to deal with the issue. Promissory notes for tuition. Promissory note is not a loan contract, but it is outlines of the terms of payment as well as consequences of a non-payment. It outlines the possible recourses of late or non-payments that may include late fee, withholding of transcript, or will be dropped from the classes, or the account will be sent to collection agency. The students should be made aware of and also agree to the term of the payment upfront. That would include expectations such as down payment, due dates, or late fees. Number 3, be proactive. Notify your student immediately when they have a past due account. Provide options to them to set up a payment plan or modify the current payment plan. So let's say if your student has a payment plan on a monthly basis, but they're not able to make it. So work with them, maybe set something up so they will be able to pay on bi-monthly or weekly basis, as long as they're able to make it the payment on time. Also, start with reminders of payment due dates, followed by a series of communication that goes out to student when they have a late fee being assessed to their account. The message will explain to them where they could go for assistance when their account is past due, and what might happen if their account remain past due. And also, when you send communications to them through email or links or texts, make sure put a link on the email or text that give them a link to a payment page that they will be able to make the payment immediately on their own. Number 4, be personal. Well, let's take advantage of our technology currently, right? So we could communicate with our students with email, text. So let's text them or email them, tell them they could set up their payment plan and with automatic payments on their own through school website. So that could help them with their, continue with their school education. Email could be set up, include personal touch points, such as your classes might be in jeopardy or housing status. You want to remember the message that you send out should be, how can we help you? How can we help you? We're on the same team. We want you to be successful. Number 5, offer payment plans. I would recommend that you offer payment plans to anybody who are not paying the whole lump sum at the beginning of the program. So the payment plan could be set up on a monthly basis that while your student going to school, they could pay off their debt, their tuition. Payment plan could be structured in such a way that the automatic payment will be deducted from their bank account or their credit card or debit card account, that to reduce the manual effort. So that way the student don't have to worry about to make a payment on the 5th of each month or a 1st of each month. So once the automatic payment set up, the system will take the payment from the student bank account or student credit card account, directly deposit the money into the school bank account. Research has shown that payment plans significantly increase enrollment and retention for school. Number 6, build a campus-wide support. We want to make sure all departments are working together with your student for this. We wanted to encourage the student to contact the financial aid office as soon as there is a problem or there might be a problem with the payments. Direct the student to any resources there is to help them to make the payment on time. The students need to know that the school cares about them, about their education, and the school wants the student to be successful. There are a few questions you could ask yourself. Have we provided students with multiple payment options for your school? Have we sent out a specific timeline for payments? Do we send out payment reminders currently? Or the past due email notifications? Are we clear about repercussions of late payments or non-payments? Those are very important to your students, that they need to know what's a repercussion for late payments or non-payments. If they don't know, can't blame the student not paying online or not paying in time, or not paying in time and just dragging their feet, not paying at all. So we got to make sure at the beginning of the term, those are communicated to them. How could CompuWerx help in this? Increase on-time payment. CompuWerx tuition pay solution increase on-time payment by up to 60%. Here are a few things that we do to ensure that happens. Currently, we provide an incentive program for students who set up an automatic payment, monthly automatic payment. The incentive is $50 lift credit for students who set up a monthly recurring payment for their tuition. We provide invoice and payment reminders, and there are emails being sent out to the students before the invoice due, or if the invoice is past due, there are reminders to send to the student to remind them the invoice is past due. What are the consequences of that? Also, the system accepts check payments. The check payments would include credit, checking account, saving account, money market account, credit cards, and debit card payments. There are email notifications being set up for both school and also your students. The notifications are payment receipts, declined payments, expired credit cards, auto payment being set up, or auto payment being completed. There's a lot more email reminders to both the students and the school. Also, we have mentioned about mobile phone. Mobile are very important, as we all know. So we made sure our system is mobile friendly for both students and also school. Students will be able to make any payments through their mobile phone. And the school staff will be able to do any type of reports, set up a payment plan with automatic payments through the mobile phone as well. Increased cash flow. As we talked about, overdue bills that affects the cash flow. So we have made sure that we have 12 hours funding for both credit card and e-check payments. What does that mean? When your student make a payment through the system or through the school website on their payment portal, the payment will be available or will be deposited into the school bank account the next day. So within 12 hours, the money is available for the school to use. So that increases the cash flow tremendously. 5-star customer service. We provide free training for all school staff. And also we have one representative for both your school and your students to support both. We are your students' first line of support. And also we provide online help desk. Your student will be able to submit any questions they might have. That tremendously reduce the incoming support calls for the school. Most of the issues that we are able to take care of within 1 hour. Secure online payment. Students will be able to make a online payment through the school website 24/7 with any device and anywhere in the world, as long as there's internet access. So there is no excuse for them to say, oh, sorry, I couldn't get to it. I just didn't have time. So it's at their fingertips. They could make the payment. So that would include one-time payment. So they could do a one-time payment within their portal to pay the whole lump sum or to pay a monthly basis with a one-time payment. Or they could set up an auto payment that they will be able to set up a automatic payment within their portal with their credit card accounts or their checking accounts. Mostly the frequencies mostly is monthly payment, but we also have option of bi-monthly payment and weekly payments. Quick pay. If your students, let's say on vacation, they forgot their login ID and password, they could use a quick pay to make their payment without logging into the system. Free payment plans with auto payment. So your school, at beginning of the school year, you set up payment plans with your students. Then you could set up an automatic payment through the e-terminal with your student at beginning of the school year, so that both your student and also the school don't have to worry about the payments, because that's automatically deducted from either their bank account or their credit card account. And also through e-terminal, your school will be able to take payments over the phone as well if it's needed. There is another functionality, it's called Swipe and Pay. Swipe and Pay is basically a credit card reader that attached to your laptop or your PC that connect to CompuWerx tuition pay system. That when your student come to make a payment, you could just swipe the credit card over here. It reads everything, put it on your screen, and you just have to put amount there. So what's the benefit of this feature? Of course, it's fast and easy to use that connects to one single platform with all payment activities. Another thing is low credit card processing fee. So this, it would work out very well to replace your current credit card terminal, or you can use it in your financial aid office. Okay, we have talked about 6 ways to increase on-time payment. So what are the 6 ways? student first culture, be communicative to your student, be proactive, be personal, offer payment plans, build campus-wide support. So that concludes our webinar.